Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
And a header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Great vision. Caught offside that time. Vega. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Croatia! And it's Croatia who take the lead!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of
Bruno Fernandes! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Bruno Fernandes is offering a wry smile there.
Stanisic gets it away. That's a cute ball. Pedro Neto has it out wide and in space. Gives it back. And it's Bruno Fernandes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's in plenty of space here. Perisic is in a really good position out wide. And it's hoisted clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. João Neves producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he's picked it up out wide. That's good play. Vitinha looking to play him in. Mendes is flagged offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nicely weighted ball. And it's Bachurina. That is a great pick out. Oh, that's a very big chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Getting up there! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Portugal are looking to go forward now. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Stanisic. Araujo. Played out towards the right wing. 15 minutes till half-time. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And it's Stanisic. That's a lovely, neat pass. That's a shade optimistic. It's a sweeping cross. And he's quick to get rid. João Neves. Baturina. Sucic. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that looks a decent ball. Looking for the foul. Oh, good effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And it's Baturina. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Portugal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Bruno Fernandes cuts out the pass. Distributed tidily.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And that's... There's the shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Croatia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Perisic. Pasalic. Modric. Perisic. That ball looks a good one. That's a decent clearance. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Played. Terrific effort! He's done very well to get to... And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Vamos todos saudar os nossos jogadores. Substituição para Portugal. Número 18.
That gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
No, that's been intercepted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Perisic. Portugal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
He's shifting through the gears here. And he decides to cross it. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Oh, good climb! That's going to go a long way. Threads one in. It's a good... He leaps for it! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A case now of complete control. Some really good ball movement. Pasalic. And Guardiola. Perisic.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Baturina. He's looking wide.
You can never be short of runners in this.
A header! Well, that is remarkable.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Some resolute defending there. And it's Sucic. He's being urged to... Real chance! And how did he not make it four?
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Knocks it into space. Diogo Costa gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Francisco Conceição. Bruno Fernandes gets on his bike and on the move. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Portugal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Rafael Leao, Cristiano Ronaldo, and here's Bruno Fernandes. And the finish! Sutalo clears without hesitation. Perisic, 2 assists to his credit already. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, important interception. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Vuskovic. Guardiola. And it's Perisic. Perisic. Baturina. Oh, he's found support out wide. Vega is there, and he can get that clear. Francisco Conceição. Sutalo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get it through? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball one clean. Chance for a shot! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pasalic with the clearance. And it's Mendes. Oh, he's having a go! That's a smartly directed ball. Aims beyond the defence. That's going wide left. It's a promising position. Now it's Perisic. Tries the cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. He's having a hit! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. They've played it short. Modric. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking for the run. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Space for him to turn and look. He's found a way through. Well, that is one way to stop him. Stanisic.
Pretty robust defending.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's got away. Serves up across. Stanisic. That has not gone well. Vardiol. Pasalic. Can he spark a counter here?
Vamos ter 3 minutos de
Vlasic. Now the delivery. Only partially. Oh, he's been caught napping. Perisic driving forwards.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
João Neves. Rafael Leao might just make this. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great chance! Portugal have their third corner. So that's it. It is all over. Portugal cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important... Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that's ambitious. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Nicely weighted ball, and he's worked it through. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Big chance! Goal! Portugal! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rafael Leao. Guardiola with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Guardiola gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. Showing good feet. And he whips. Oh, good effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
And the keeper's got it again. Oh, given away! Baturina! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Pedro Neto. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And he plays one through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, good finish. They are Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been...
He'll try from distance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get it through? He's in a good chance for a shot! Oh, it's a beauty! He's got himself an absolute peach. Back to within 1. Interesting. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Croatia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a...
Chance, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Croatia are looking to go forward now. Baturina. Oh, he's been caught napping. It's out for a goal kick. And he skips past his man. And here's Perisic. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Now it's Ramos. Rafael Leao threads one in. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Rafael Leao. João Neves. Now it's Vitinha. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Here. Can he finish? That's another chance. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Pedro Neto really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
He shifted it to the flank. He can run onto that. That is a crunching tackle. Deftly away. Baturina unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's been cut out, well played. Rafael Leao tries to pass it through. João Felix. Pasalic. Nicely intercepted. Kovacic gets a foot in here. Ronaldo with a real chance here. Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Croatia have the chance to go the other way. Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Pedro Neto, who does have an assist to his name. Pedro Neto, good read, needed to be. Portugal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Vega makes the interception. A probing pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Sucic. Shapes to shoot! Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And a chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Perisic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He leaps for it. That's a fair try, but just off target. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, played right into his path. Terrific effort! It is a fantastic goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Vuskovic does really well to win the ball there. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Portugal are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say, deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. That gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Gonzalo Ramos receives it in a good position here. Pasalic wins the duel this time. Baturina. Looking to play him in. Pedro Neto. Gonzalo Ramos. And this is Ronaldo. Gonzalo Ramos. Sucic. Now it's Perisic. Can he spark a counter here? And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. He's in a great position here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that is a little undercooked. Now that looks a decent ball. There's the shot! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's a thumping hit. Now it's Baturina. Araujo calmly anticipates. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Gonzalo Ramos. Livakovic breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Joao Felix. Oh, shooting chance! And it's been hooked away. Pedro Neto. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Joao Felix. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Baturina has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Distributed tidily. Modric. Vitinha spots it and intercepts. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Vardiol. Spread neatly. Oh, what a ball! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. It's a good 35 yards out, this.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on.
Baturina! And he has kept it out somehow.
Baturina is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Ramos, knocks it out wide. Perisic. Diogo Costa claims comfortably.
Croatia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Takes a shot! Brilliant! A finish of true class! Do not write them off! Back they come!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Vitinha has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Ramos. That has ended up in no man's land. And the finish! Another one of football's and how moments.
Cristiano Ronaldo fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Rafael Leao. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's neat. Chance! And that's a real chance missed. Now, can they get him away? And he's quick to get rid. And it's made its way to him. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Looking for options for movement. Shot a goal! Goal! Portugal! And they've got their lead back. So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Portugal now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this.
And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Baturina has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
A heavy challenge.
Foram indicados 4
There will be
minutos de
4
compensação.
extra minutes. Perisic, Ruben Diaz, promptly onto that, and that is that. Sutalo with the clearance. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And he was quick to react. Kramaric. He's a sharp little ball here. Aimed beyond the defence. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Pedro Neto has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card. It's a good 35 yards out, this. And that will be it. Croatia can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, don't let the word friendly get in the way of a good rivalry. These players certainly won't, Peter.
You wouldn't have thought they would. You've got to expect this to be full throttle, surely.
Yeah, they'll be as strong as usual, but I'm sure these players will commit their all.
So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, in these days of inverted wingers, Ferran Torres may be a bit of an oddity, Peter, but a very valuable one in that...
Garcia! Bernal. Rashford. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ferran Torres. Eric Garcia. Gavi. And this is Lewandowski. Can he get on the end of this? And he's there to get it away. This looks promising. Rashford. Balde.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Threads one in. Garcia. That's good play. Rashford. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Ferran Torres. And there's green grass ahead of him. He has found the way, and he shoots! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Lewandowski. It's come to nothing. That's going to go a long way. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a decent clearance. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bellingham. And he's got a chance! And there's his goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now it's Lewandowski. Gavi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Bellingham. Mbappe is onto this. And that's another good win of the ball. Carreras. And it's Alaba. Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Real chance! Dispatched clinically. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there.
It's Lewandowski! It's loose. Ferran Torres! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Played out to the left flank. He's got away. Valde. Very nicely done. Rashford finding himself in space. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Eric Garcia kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Valverde. Ferran Torres. Can he spark a counter here? Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Mbappe. Stood up well to him there. Oh, that's a key interception. Gavi. Distributed tidily. Tries to pass it through. He's found a way through. Can he finish? And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! Ah, he has another go! There's a goal! And they've got their lead back. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's delightful. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's there to belt it away. Too much on that, it's gone out. Bernal. And he plays one through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rashford. It's Lewandowski! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Lewandowski deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Madrid leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Lovely pass, but Mbappe! Ferran Torres. Nicely weighted ball. That is a brilliant interception. Eric Garcia. It's Gavi. Mastantuono does really well to win the ball there. Rashford. He's picked his way through. Valde. Oh, that's fabulous. Valde is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Carvajal. Mastantuono. He is through here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's in plenty of space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That'll be a throw. Oh, terrible pass. Great vision. And he cuts out the supply. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! And a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's an excellent interception. Rashford. Now it's Lewandowski. Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And here's Mbappe. Look at the space here. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ferran Torres. Barcelona have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Gavi. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Lewandowski! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Lewandowski has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. That's very neat. And it's Valverde. Rashford. That's been cut out, well played. Bellingham.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's the keeper's ball. Eric Garcia makes the interception. Can he get it through? And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's an imaginative pass. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bernal. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Lewandowski. Mastantuono. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Lewandowski. He's on it. Can he get away? All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Barcelona, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. Can he? Will he? And they've turned it round. And he does it with ice in his veins.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, they've done the hard part. Now to survive the last few minutes. Great chance! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Well, those players...
And a chance! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Madrid found the way. And there goes the final whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. And so the calm before the storm. Again, this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes, so while these boys are going to approach this game with their professional hats on, circumstances will extract the aggression.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Great vision. Vinicius Junior. That's going to go a long way. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Bernal. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Lewandowski. Goes for a shot! And he's quick to get rid. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah.
Vinicius Junior! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
So much time and space here. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Barcelona gifted a massive chance. This for 1-0. 1-0, just one winner. The time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Eric Garcia. Now it's Lewandowski, and he is, it's Lewandowski! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Bellingham with the clearance. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Tchouaméni. He's on it. Can he get away? On net shot, surely! Yamal. And he plays one through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now, can they get him away? And he was quick to react. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Looking for options for movement. Gavi. Lewandowski. Oh, red. Nice interception. And that has put paid to that.
Might want to be careful there.
Brahim Diaz. Now it's Lewandowski. Yamal. Carvajal can get it clear. That's destined for the flank. Carvajal gets a foot in here. Corner number 2 then. Brahim Diaz getting this one clear. Madrid are looking to go forward now. It's played through for him. Now it's Brahim Diaz! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chouameni bustling and very visible inside the box.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
And now they can spring out of defence. Ball has bounced loose now. And the shot's on here. Chance! Of course! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that?
Tries a shot! Gavi. Knocks it into space. Lewandowski has got himself a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction. Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Araujo makes the interception. Bernal. And it's Bellingham. And he plays one through. Mbappe, can he finish? Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened here? Takes the shot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Rashford running with the ball. And that pass just didn't quite work.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Shot could be on. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect...
And that brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Barcelona ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. So right back into the action.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage.
Oh, he's been caught on it! Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that was no routine save.
Lewandowski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. It's a good ball out wide. Valde, Yamal. Now there's a fine ball. He's having a pop! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Stood up well to him there. Can he get onto this? Carreras. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Mbappe. Gavi. Pedri.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clear.
And he shoots! And a neat finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
He's a sharp little ball here. And he's cut it out. Threads one in. Araujo does really well to win the ball there. Oh, super find. Rashford shoots! That is terrific from Lewandowski! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It's all becoming so easy. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Barcelona visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's gone backward here. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pinches it off him. Valde is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Good effort from distance. That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That'll be a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Nicely weighted ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's there to clear it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Araujo tries to clear. Taken back almost at once. Gavi. That ball looks a good one. Rashford. Carreras can clear. There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, and You know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
Looks as though he's going to see if he can shake it off.
Cambio de jugadores.
"75 minutes played. Garcia. Now it's Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Balde. Rashford. It's Rashford! Lacking in accuracy.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Just eases him off the ball. Garcia. Now it's Goulet. Long ball upfield. And it's Ceballos. That's a good ball. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Big chance! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Madrid certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Madrid have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. He's picked his way through. That's cause for mild irritation. Yamal is flagged offside. Bernal. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Balde. Balde. He has found the way through. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Goulet. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. Bellingham with the foul. And he is going into that little black book. There will be 4 extra minutes. And it's Pedri.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more, defenders popping up in these positions. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that will be the final act. Madrid suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
They're up and running then. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Vitinha. Great chance! It's Luke. And a chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Stood up well to him there. And that is out of play. Cristiano Ronaldo. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba, started...
That could spell trouble. And it's Dembele. Dembele charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's had a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vitinha couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. No goals as yet. Traumeri. He's a sharp little ball here. Goes for a shot! Goal! France! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
France have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
So what can they conjure from this one? This might spell danger. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Olise. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, this looks sharp. Nuno Mendes.
That was lovely, that.
Nuno Mendes, rapid and full of intent. And that should get the job done. Not the most accurate pass. And that was very necessary. Ambitious ball here. Well, that pass isn't the best. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, that is up, and the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Portugal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Now it's Thuram. Always onto this. Whatever he had in mind, that was Dembele! Cleared without hesitation. Really fierce, close defending. Rabiot unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, he's all alone. That's going to go a long way. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that was vital. Deftly away. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's been hooked away. Hernandez has been caught there, it's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Hernandez clears without hesitation. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, that's well spotted. It's a pretty loose pass.
France can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
João Neves showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That's destined for the flank. And the return pass. Tries to play it through.
Vamos ter minuto de
Francisco
compensação.
Conceição. Gonçalo Ramos. Well read, nice interception. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Great vision. He's found space here. Rafael Leao receives it in a wide position. Shot a goal! And he's following up! Hernandez tries to clear. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. France leading by 1 at the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
France can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Vega is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Portugal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. It's a goal kick. Oh, it's Dembele. Now there's Mbappe! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Rabiot! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Francisco Conceição. And the pass is intercepted. Traoré. Nuno Mendes. Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Ronaldo. And he's being shifted off it. And he's worked it through. And he shoots! It's in! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Portugal restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Can he get on the end of this? And it's in! That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Mbappe. Nuno Mendes. Looking to play him in. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And he's intervened well there. Diogo Costa punts it upfield. Nicely shaped ball. That is good alertness. Threads one in. Always goal side. Decent chance! Goal! France! Into the lead once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one more.
Shoots! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That was a given, it always was.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he can thump it away. Tries a measured ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to pass it through. Opts to play it back. And he's heaved it away. João Neves. And here's Rafael Leao. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, important interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Looking for the run. And he is dashing away. And the shot! And that really should have been that.
Mbappe is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Hernandez gets it. Oh, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Vitinha has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Pass somewhat off target. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he skips past his man. And this is Ronaldo.
They want to be quick here.
Oh, just a keeper now. Big chance! And it's come back out to him. And again. It's a goal. But oh, it's offside.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. He won't be happy with that one. Thuram, good, strong midfield running here. Ruben Dias. Portugal needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Upamecano cuts out the pass. Can he get it through? Can he latch on to this? Too much on that, it's gone out. Into the last 5 minutes. Aimed beyond the defence. Rafael Leao gets into a good position. Upamecano deals with that comfortably. Well, there's the clearance. Conceição has given away a free kick. Francisco Conceição did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Chips it through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Maignan gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Time added on, 4 minutes. Now that's well seen too. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he's there. Driving on and making good progress. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Thuram. Distributed tidily. No way through, so back it comes. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Portugal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
Things already rolling. Where it came from. And that has been cleared. And he's quick to get rid. That is good alertness. Now this could be a... Lewandowski! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he cuts out the supply. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Rafinha. Rafinha, chance for a shot! And that was very necessary. Nuno Mendes. And here's Gavi. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've heard only good things about this player, João Neves, Peter. He's very good under pressure, plays with an awful lot of...
Oh, shooting chance! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
João Neves. Well, that looks a decent ball. And the finish! It's hit the upright. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And there is your opener. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Marquinhos. Can he get it through? Aims beyond the defence. Bernal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Paris Saint-Germain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? There's such...
Decent chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. No way through, so... He's having a hit! He doesn't look too happy with that.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often, he'll find the net.
And they're quick to get it back. More and more pressure on the ball here. Pacho. Nuno Mendes. Referee's given a throw. Marquinhos. Pacho. And Kvaratskhelia. He's shifting through the gears here. Dembele, he's onside. That's an excellent interception. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now it's Gavi. Gavi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, some tackle that. Chooses to go cross-field. Great vision. That's been slipped through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Paris Saint-Germain heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Pedri. Now it's Gavi. Nicely spread. Shot at goal! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Paris Saint-Germain present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Drama over the penalty spot. And that's one back! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
That's put paid to the danger. That's the throw. Nicely aimed pass. João Neves. That's beautifully weighted. And he's definitely onside. Kvaratskhelia has it out wide and in space. And it's been taken short. João Neves! And that is doing no harm at all.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Knocks it into space. João Neves getting up there. Loose ball now, and there's a check. Oh, has another goal! And he hits the net. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Paris Saint-Germain claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. The second period is underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Eric Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pacho. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, the defence tries from distance. Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Great chance! That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And now he has 2. Just 1 in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Rafinha with a real chance here. And this is Lewandowski.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being...
Tries from a long way out. It's a goal! And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Paris Saint-Germain go up by 2 and are looking good.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Yamal. All the way back.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's an imaginative pass. Martin calmly anticipates. Yamal goes for a shot! And he's there to belt it away.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, it's Dembele.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. And he shoots! He's got a goal! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Opts for safety, shifted upfield. This interception, his positioning was spot on.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Good ball, good take. He's had a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Doué. Hakimi has been caught there, it's a foul. Doué.
Oh, it's great.
Oh no, this does not look good. He's got away. João Neves.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Can he stop it going out? This might... And the shot! Gavi looking understandably energised after his goal. Barcelona could be just about done here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given...
Shapes to shoot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
I And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the...
And a chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Marquinhos. And it's Vitinha. All played for Dembele. Martin cuts out the pass. Tries to play it through. Yamal. And he was alert to it. Nuno Mendes.
This is the time you need that pace.
Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And here's Lewandowski. Pedri. Kvaratskhelia. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's managed to get free. Shoots! He's going for goal! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. So that goal then.
Yeah, it's wonderful work, Peter. He just got his head down and absolutely drilled it. Good luck getting to that.
And time is up. A tale of 2 teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Chers spectateurs, j'ai le plaisir de vous annoncer que le programme du match d'aujourd'hui est disponible dans les kiosques situés juste après les accès aux tribunes. Cela fera toujours un magnifique souvenir.
Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So things are underway. Played through for the wide man. Hernandez picks it up out wide. Cleared away. He's on it. Can he get away? Vitinha. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game. Quite Vitinha! That was travelling. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. That's a good foot in there. And it's Mendes. He's picked his way through, crossed into the middle. Hernandez clears it away. Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that was very necessary. Doué. Hernandez calmly anticipates. Chouameni. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vitinha with a definite fell there. France so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for the run. He's shifting through the gears here. And he was alert to it. Doué wins the duel this time. And the ball's gone astray. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's played in here. And he's there to clear it. Takes a shot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rabiot did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's with the keeper. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Vitinha. Doué running with the ball, tries to pass it through. Can he get it through? And he was quick to react. Rabiot. Now it's Mbappe. Kvaratskhelia. Konate cuts it out.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
The first breakthrough
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Threads one in. He's in a great position here. He's found a way through. Konate clears without hesitation.
Paris Saint-Germain definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you...
Can he finish? And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
France restore parity. Chance for a shot! Not the most accurate pass. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Mbappe. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Aimed beyond the defence. Olise has the space to scheme. Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. João Neves. Lee Kang-in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Doué. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Space for him to turn and look. Shoots! Vitinha. That's Lee Kang-in. Over to the right flank. And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So once again, we're underway.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Knocks it into space. That is a crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's Hernandez. There will be a throw-in. He slings it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
That's a shade optimistic. Chouameni, great defending, strong and determined. That pass has been well intercepted. Rabiot. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Dembele. Real chance! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class. Well, goes for a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish, exquisite.
It is compelling, this. Utterly compelling.
Well, There's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
That's where it came from. KROASIA makes the interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Foot in.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with...
Doué! Oh, it's hit the post. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, that's well spotted. What a throw in. Doué. Now, can they get him away? Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming.
And a chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's there to hit it!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Koundé. Nuno Mendes. That's an imaginative pass. And that could set him on his way. And he's there to get it away. Shot could be on.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking to play him in. Crosses it in here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And this is Dembele. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Looking for options for movement. And now they can clear their lines. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. João Neves. Great ball if he can get there. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
He's a sharp little ball here. That's really well manoeuvred. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Up towards the front line. Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Doué. And it's Dembele. And he's well positioned here. He's going for goal! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Played into space. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. João Neves. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. He's found space here. Lee Kang in. And the shot! And he can thump it away. Tries to play it through. Mbappe looking to receive it in space. Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So that means another 30 minutes football. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 14.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Le numéro 17.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Le numéro 29.
And he's heaved it away.
49. Le numéro 8. Changement en cours.
João Neves. Great for Dembele! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Dembele deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Gonzalo Ramos. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that looks a decent ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Gonzalo Ramos. Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Marcola in acres of space out wide. He has a look up. Gives it back. Well, and he shoots! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's fabulous. Chouameni. Thuram, looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
So that was it, the first period of extra time. The teams then separated by just one significant moment. How telling will that be? The next 15 minutes will decide. Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And here's Mbappe. Looking for the run. Barcola showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mbappe! Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Fabian Ruiz. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Fabian Ruiz. Nuno Mendes.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's been shifted off it.
Paris Saint-Germain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Look at the space here. No way through, so back it comes. And this is Dembele. Marquinhos gets it clear.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play.
And that will be the final act. Paris Saint-Germain pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. João Neves taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.